Good morning, this is Lara from, what am I from? I'm from Happy Dreamer Studio. I'm also from Texas, so there you go, from my studio, here we are. I have finished this first book of writing in Daniel, or writing from Daniel. So this is almost all the way through chapter 6. I still have some of chapter 6 that will go in my new book, which is done. Oh, here it is. There we go. This will be my new book. But for now, let's look through this. So this was the beginning, and it started January 28th and ended today at March 11th. So there you go. So let's do a little flip through, and then I get to go on my walk. I'm also doing laundry, so if you hear the draining of our washing machine, which is so clackety and cranky and whatever, excuse that. So I'm just showing you how I write. This is a vintage paper. I do a lot of vintage paper. I also do index cards, which I've said probably every flip through that I've done. Same song, second verse. Is that what that is? So, and then I'll tape them in, or I'll make a pocket and like this and put it in. And it just helps me because the papers that are pretty, I want to be able to see. I don't need to write on those. Maybe some people write on them. I don't write on them. I just make my own little dirtling spots. And I'm very happy with that. And then like this is like original ephemera, but then I also use a lot of digitals. The digital shops that I really like are the Apple of His Eye Nanda Shop, Amity Bloom, Souvenir de la France. What else? I'll think as I look. I'll tell you some more. Can't remember where that's from. This green, I believe, is from. Oh shoot! I'll just write it down in the description. Just because I can't remember everything, and I'll put links to just their general Etsy shop, and then that way you can just look and see what you find. Oh, Raindrop Lila, that's the other one. I really like her stuff. That's just a little snippet. And what else am I seeing on here? I just got these. Well, I didn't just get these. These are little tiny, it's a digital, but they're a scan of little tiny children's Sunday school Bible verse cards. And I believe that's on Dear Julie Julie, because she has a second set out now, and I got it yesterday. So I am now remembering that part. Aren't you proud of me? So, Dear Julie Julie is the one where I get those cute little, oh, for goodness sakes, those cute little bits. And I use these a lot. And then the other one that I get from, which I'll show you, is somewhere in here. Oh, here's another little Julie Julie. Dear Julie, excuse me. I have one in my shop, in my Etsy shop. And as I collect more, I'll eventually add another. This is graph paper from Daiso, which is like butter. So if you have a Daiso, go to the office section, school supply section, and pick up some of those books. Sometimes I don't put anything because my journal gets so chunky. This is another Raindrop Lila, as is that. Sometimes I do little, like if I run out of room, I'll tape a little bit of paper down there. This came in the little Dear Julie bit. Amity Bloom is the other one. Did I say that already? And that is Raindrop Lila. This is just vintage. Oh, this is the other one, the Happy Marigold. She has like themed sets, but then she has month sets that have that the little scripture cards are like this. They're like the old school Our Daily Bread cards. Do y'all remember this? This is so dusty. Don't look at the dust. Remember these? Was this part of your childhood? It was not part of my childhood at my mom's, but I did see these at my mother-in-law's and house. So, the Happy Marigold. Oh my Lanta. Okay, my washer is now going to start creaking. But they're about the same size. They're not double-sided, but that is her. Come on now, focus. There. Woo! So this is the Happy Marigold's inspiration. She does these down here because she likes those little promise box, Our Daily Bread. And this came from a blouse I bought in town. It's a Oh My Stars brand, and they always have this on the little tag on the back. And I also, I looked up distressed writing paper, and I got some grid digital. I'll have to look to see who that's from. And then there's also one that has just lined paper. So I'll look for those and put them down in the description box. So basically I make a lot of tags, and then I do include some vintage paper. This is a really good, and I also make mistakes. So sometimes I just cross them out. So I did actually invest in whiteout tape, because I do tend to make mistakes. So these are my little stamps. This one's from like the 70s. And then this set, which I love and use all the time, is Missing March. And both of those were found at a little antique shop. So that's how I date my things, date my entries. And this one was also found at an antique shop. This one was found in Floresville. So just whenever I see like a bunch of stamps, I'll just look to see if I like any of them. So there you go. And I add trims, the vintage fabric, stamps. Those are real stamps. That's Raindrop Lila. That's another one of those Dear Julie, Julie cards. So there you go. So it's all the way from chapter 1 to 6, verse 17. So tomorrow I will start in my new journal, which is this one. You can look in it if you want while it's empty. Why don't we do that? If you're still here, you get the gold star. I know some people don't really watch YouTube videos start to finish. I always do. I'm just a start to finish kind of person. This was a freebie from the Apple of His Eye Nanda, and I'm just gonna cover the prompts. I just like the paper. There's the other part of that. I think does this fold out? That folds out. This folds out. This is La Flora from Ruby and Pearl, and I absolutely, this is my favorite page of the whole thing. This one is actually printed on Epson Premium Matte, presentation matte, because it just gives a really good color. And then this is just paper printed on standard Vivid with either Hammermill or whatever I found at Walmart. And this is also printed on Premium Presentation Matte. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? Since I'm from Texas, I saw this, or I've always lived here. I was born and have lived here. I saw this on Ruby and Pearl, and I thought, yeah, I gotta have that one. So, Fort Worth. I'm pretty far from Fort Worth, about 4 hours, but anyway, it's the thought that counts, and it's Texas. So there you go. Have a good one. Bye.